Why? And that I go and say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put the ice on my bay, yeah. She riding on me. I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my AkHis and all of my sisters out there. Welcome to Split Decision. I'm your host, AkHi. To my left is no other than
Professor Nims, the pundit with the PhD in pugilism.
I talk to him nice, don't talk to him twice, because that's a real life professor. So y'all know what time it is. Time for y'all to go to the AkHi University. So go ahead and smash that like button. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. And we got a lot to talk about because obviously Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia fought last night. You know, if y'all ain't see our live reaction, y'all should tune in. And they said Canelo versus Kovalev is a fix. They saying, hey, B, the problem, Broner, fought his homeboy, Gervonta Tank Davis, which also turned out to be false. It was
Fake
a rumor
news
from a Canelo camp, I believe, that spread that rumor out when they was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? They blew out of proportion. That being said, you know, let's get straight to it, because, you know, you know me. I got ear infection today because, you know, I'm allergic to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, from the last episode, Professor Nim, you know, a lot of things happened. They said that I was cutting you off, but at the end of the day, you know, it was a moment of silence for you because you threw out information out there because it wasn't true. You said Charlo and Andrade didn't fight around the same time that Canelo fought, which was not true. You also didn't want to say that Canelo is not trying to fight Andrade and Charlo, but we're going to get into all that good stuff. So how many fighters he fought? We stated 3, right? That in his prime. For the past 15 years.
I'm going to look up his box.
Man, I am box rec. I got all this information stored right here. Like I'm telling you, I already know my facts. You got to research the facts. Go ahead, do your job and research the facts because you already got 3 strikes saying the wrong thing. So, like I said, 3 fighters he fought in their prime. Meanwhile, the fighters he avoiding are Andrade and Charlo. This the fights that's gonna define him to be. Really? Yeah. What fight is gonna define Canelo to be pound for pound?
I think they need to do a little bit more because we can't even name one person that Andrade beat at middleweight that we would be like, man, that was a good win. And then Charlo has even less than a stellar resume than him, right? So, like, they need to fight each other and then fight Jacobs. And then it will be like, then we'll clamor for that fight.
Okay, so you keep saying that, but Morales and all these guys, Hopkins saying they want to see the Charlo fight. Even Oscar De La Hoya himself, he fought fighters in their prime. He looking at Canelo like, man, if you're going to fight guys in their prime with a guaranteed purse, do it now because it don't matter if you lose, you're still going to get a guaranteed purse. So fight the Charlo and the Andrade of the world now. I fought all these guys when I was undefeated. I fought when they was undefeated. Even when I was a star, I fought these guys when they wasn't stars. So he looking at Canelo like, what is you doing, Canelo? You need to make your legacy now because you don't got no legacy. Your legacy is made up. All these fighters you fought past their prime, you ain't going to get credit for that. Anybody could beat anybody when he passed his prime.
He fought Triple G when he was undefeated.
He ducked the Triple G fight.
He was a monster.
Hey, he ducked the monster. Jacob beat him the fight prior to that, and he got robbed. What is you talking about?
It was a close fight.
Man, he got robbed that fight. Even Kell Brook put hands on him. And then he turned down a fight with Gennady Golovkin the first time and got stripped of the belt.
I think he was negotiating.
Did he get stripped of the belt? Answer the question. Did he get stripped of the belt when he was negotiating with Gennady Golovkin? Because he didn't want the fight.
It wasn't because he didn't want to fight.
Why didn't he fight him then?
Because he does what he wants to do
after the Cotto fight. Why did he get stripped of the belt? Because he didn't want to fight Gennady Golovkin next. So he ducked Gennady Golovkin before Gennady Golovkin got exposed. So my point exactly, Canelo Alvarez only fights his opponents when they are exposed. So my thing is this. Canelo Alvarez is 29 years old in his prime, been pro for 15 years, and the man have only fought 3 fighters that's in their prime.
I wouldn't say that.
Meanwhile, he's avoiding the main 2 fighters that's gonna define his legacy, and that's a Charlo and an Andrade.
Define his legacy.
That mean the whole time. Didn't you say on the last show that Andrade and Charlo wasn't fighting around the same time that Canelo Alvarez was fighting? Didn't you say that?
I said
you
like,
said that.
I didn't think
That's
that they were.
strike.
I didn't think they were in the right division at the
They
same
was.
time. But they were around there. But nobody was calling for that fight.
For that.
Nobody was calling for that fight.
They was.
Who was calling for a Charlo? Charlo was coming up in the ranks. Nobody was like, "Wow, you need to fight this guy named Charlo or Canelo," because he's been doing a thing. Charlo has not beat anybody in the top 5 at middleweight. And then you're
talking about 154. Now you're talking about middleweight.
I'm talking about middleweight because that's where they.
I'm talking about you
now.
at 154. You said nobody was calling that fight. First of all,
nobody was calling for that fight.
That's a false statement. That's a fifth strike. That's a fifth strike.
Because you getting the brothers mixed up. Like, you can't be like, well, this one was at it and this one was at it. And then it's like, who is he going to fight? Is he going to fight Jamel? Is he going to fight Jamal? You just can't just throw up Charlo. You got to tell me, are you talking about Jamal or are you talking about Jamel? Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about all
Jamal.
of them. Andrade, Jamal, Charlo. Okay, you lost in the sauce, so I'm going to help you out. So answer this question. When you're a fighter, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When you want to, you want to be pound for pound #1.
What do you want to be? What's the first step? What's the first step as a fighter? You turn pro. What do you want to be?
What you mean? What do you want to be?
A champion, right?
Yeah.
So Canelo Alvarez wasn't a champion at the time. Guess who was a champion? Andrade. Guess who was also a champion? Charlo. And Canelo wasn't a champion. He just lost to Floyd, then lost all his straps looking stupid fighting a grandpa version of Floyd Mayweather. Guess who offers him a fight? Andrade. Guess who offers him a fight? Charlo. And guess what he said? I was not born ready. I will never be born ready to fight y'all. I will never be ready to fight y'all.
So what has Andrade done?
And he did not fight him. I'm asking you a question.
To get that
I'm
fight?
asking you this. If Charlo and Andrade are champions in a division that Canelo is not a champion, and they offering Canelo to fight, and he said no, and he's not a champion.
What year was this?
What
year was this?
Was his excuse not to fight? Answer the question.
All right, so
answer
this
the
is
question.
like this is Andrade. I'm gonna give you his last 10
hold on.
fights.
Nah, we ain't about to do this.
I'm gonna give you his last 10 fights.
Answer the question.
No, man,
I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
What's the question? What's the question?
I asked you a question.
What's the question?
I said,
ask it again.
I said Charlo and Andrade was champions.
Yeah.
They offered to fight Canelo. They called him out. He did not fight them. Turned down a fight with Jamel Charlo, where you actually stated it. So what is Canelo?
But not Jamal.
Both of them. He turned down all the fights, all the smoke with Andrade, Charlo, and Andrade. So what's Canelo's excuse?
No, he was scared
to fight.
He was scared.
Thank you.
He was scared of.
Thank you. That's it. You trying to? So hold on. That's your answer. He's scared.
But
is he scared?
Can I say something? You've been talking for like 15 minutes, man.
Okay.
Can I say one thing?
Answer
Can I make
question.
1 point? I just answered.
So
I was
he's
like,
scared.
I don't know. He was. I don't know why. You asking me to
Is
get
he
in?
scared? Answer the question. Either he's scared.
I don't
or he
know,
ain't.
man. Like, you act like Canelo's my dude. I'm gonna give him credit.
You on his payroll? I'm saying, is he scared? You saying he's scared, right?
Yeah, he's scared.
All right, hey. Professor Nam, he became my student, and he said he's scared. He co-signed what I said.
You're right. Okay, can I say? All right. So this is Andrade. I'm gonna get his last 10 fighters and tell me if y'all, Selecki, Kovalev, Kutan, I don't even say that. Lentez Fox, Jack Kulka.
What's the point you're trying to make?
Willie Nelson.
What's the point you're trying to make?
Dario Puchet. Who the fuck are these people?
And how
then he wants to go and fight Canelo.
And how he became the WBC champion then?
Oh, my God.
Answer the question. How he became the WBC champion?
Because Saunders failed a drug test. He was supposed to fight Saunders. And
you talking about Charlo or Andrade?
I'm talking about Andrade. He was supposed to fight to fight Saunders.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that was going to be a unification.
Okay.
But so let me...
Hold on. Finish up. You're not
this
answering the question.
Then this is WB. He doesn't have the WBC.
You talking about? I thought you were talking about Charlo. Okay,
no,
Andrade.
This is
we talking about Andrade. Okay. Andrade. So hold on.
Do you know one of those people that I named?
Is it his? Yeah, I do know a lot of them fighters that you named. So the Andrade fight with Saunders, who you blame that on?
That's Saunders.
Okay, so why you blaming on that? That's a W right there. He already beat Saunders.
Not a W. That's not.
He already beat Saunders.
That's not
if a dude have to take steroids in order to fight you, and he said that he will die in the ring to beat you, and he takes steroids in order to beat you, then he already took an L. So that being said, Andrade is the same guy.
Has been mismanaged.
So why did Canelo fight Smith at 154 and not Andrade?
I don't know.
Exactly, because he don't want the smoke with Andrade. He been ducking him, and that's another duck. Like I said, that's another strike. Now, as far as Charlo, how did Charlo become a champion at 160 if he didn't fight nobody?
He fought a. So
I'm
gonna give you his question. I'm gonna give you his last five.
I don't care who he fought.
Why? So like,
I'm saying,
like, why do you get to skip the line and go and fight a
who's
Canelo?
The best? Who's the best?
At best at what?
60.
Right now, the lineal champion, whatnot, with like the guy who.
Who's the best? Just give me a name. You don't got to give me an explanation.
Canelo's the best, easily.
Charlo trying to fight the best. So you should be mad at if
really?
Charlo is not trying to fight
Canelo. So you can just skip the line. Hold on. Just go
what
and fight
line?
him?
He's a whole champion. He not skipping the line. He's
Who
the
did he
line.
beat for that belt?
When you a
who
lion,
did he beat for that?
you got a VIP pass.
You a paper champion. Like, who did he beat for that? So he's fighting Dennis Hogan next. He fought Brandon Adams.
Look, stop naming me names where you have to use your phone. If it ain't off top of the dome, I don't want to hear it. I'm asking you a question. I'm saying,
who did he beat for that belt?
Canelo. Canelo was scared. He didn't have no cojones to step in the ring. He vacated the belt. Then, okay, so do you support Riddick Bowe for the decision he did when he threw the belt to the trash when he didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis?
Nope.
Okay, but so you support Canelo though? You contradicting yourself. You a walking
Lewis
contradiction.
was an Olympic champion. He was a belt holder at the time. He was at the top of the game. He did not skip the line and think that he could fight Riddick Bowe. Like, Riddick Bowe got knocked out by Lennox Lewis in the Olympics.
You a walking contradiction. You're a walking contradiction because you said, you don't give no respect for Riddick Bowe for throwing the belt to the trash. But that's exactly what Canelo did because Charlo was his mandatory.
That was not it.
Charlo was his mandatory. He fought his mandatories if it's a bum, but when it's Charlo, he vacated the belt. The WBC ordered a fight between Gennady Golovkin and Charlo, and who turned it down?
Gennady Golovkin and Charlo.
And who turned it down? How about you do your homework if you want to speak about a subject that you're not informed about? How about you do your research? Ain't that what professors do? Y'all do y'all research. Go do your research. Who turned that fight down? Gennady Golovkin. Who turned down?
I know because everybody is scared of this big boogeyman Charlo or whatnot, who has like fought. But this same guy doesn't want to fight Andrade or whatnot, who is a belt holder. But everybody's scared. Everybody's scared of Charlo.
Hey,
everybody's scared of Charlo.
Everybody's
scared of Charlo.
Oh, listen. He said he will fight Andrade. He did not say when one point we talked about it last show. So we're not trying to waste time. I schooled you on that subject.
I thought he made an excuse about like, this ain't the right time.
He said I don't want to go to the zone for an Andrade fight, but he's willing to fight Andrade. Unlike Canelo, who never said nothing like that, who said that he's born because he don't want that smoke with him. So like I said, you over here justifying Canelo ducking Charlo and ducking ducking Gennady Golovkin.
Fight somebody in the top 10, Charlo.
Who? He's trying to fight Gennady Golovkin and your boy Jacob and your boy Canelo, and they turned that fight down. Not Jacob, but Andrade, Canelo,
but not Andrade, because all of them are at the zone.
So did Andrade turn down a fight at 154 with Jermell Charlo?
Nope.
He did turn down the fight down. See, another strike. That's what I'm saying. You got to do your homework,
I saw Andrade
to
come to the Charlo's locker room and was just like, "Let's make a fight happen." They was out there because I'm an animal. Because I'm an animal. They were doing all this talking. They were just like, he was like, "Let's fight."
You keep ducking. You ducking questions like Canelo ducking fights. You ducking questions like Canelo ducking fights. Answer the question. Didn't Andrade turn down a fight with Jermell Charlo at 154?
You said Jermell? Man, you can't. So you
did he or did he not?
You can't conflate.
Did he? Or
I thought we were talking about I thought we were talking about Jamal, the middleweight. Now you're talking about Jermell.
Answer the question.
You can't have a two-headed monster.
It's a follow-up. Answer the question. Did he or did he not?
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He went to his lock and he Andrade has an issue because of he's been mismanaged or whatnot. So I give him credit, but at the same time, you have to fight somebody.
Watch what I'm about.
You have to fight somebody.
I'm about to show y'all Professor Nim contradicting himself on camera, getting caught, not knowing his information. I bring up facts. I don't bring up no opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Some opinions are bigger than most. I bring up facts that support my opinion. So check this shit out. This is Andrade. This is Demetrius Andrade turned down in a fight with Charlo on Showtime because he felt like he didn't want to go to Showtime and fight Jermell Charlo because he was gonna get robbed. So what you say to that?
I don't. What do you do? I don't know what you're just typing over there.
I'm showing you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Listen, ESPN. Demetrius Andrade dropped out of a fight with Jermell Charlo on Showtime. And so what do you got to say to that?
Let me read it.
I'm gonna show it to the camera first. I don't know if y'all can see that. He unhappy with his purse. And Andrade, my man.
That's money.
He my man. Hey, but why he not taking the fight?
That was like that.
So you said Andrade didn't turn down the fight with Charlo. He went to his locker room. What's that saying? That's facts. That's your opinion. This is facts. That's what I'm saying. Canelo's ducking a fight with Charlo like he ducking a fight with Andrade. And you can have your opinion. You could get a payroll by Canelo. I know he called you earlier, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya and shit. But at the end of the day, you got to call it how it is. This is where Andrade turned down a fight with Charlo because he said he didn't want to go to Showtime for no purse like that. So Charlo could say the same shit. My point is this. Hold on. Can I say my piece? My point is this. If you trying to justify Canelo Alvarez ducking, I could justify Lomachenko ducking Haney. I could justify Lomachenko ducking Manny Pacquiao. I could justify anybody ducking anybody. I could justify Riddick Bowe ducking Lennox Lewis. But you got to call it what it is. You out here trying to make excuses for Canelo why he's ducking. It ain't no excuses. Either you want the smoke or you don't. The man said he pound for pound #1, but even magazine have you ranked #3. Even your own promotion don't believe in you because you are not fighting the best. Morales, Chavez, Barrera, all these guys co-signs what I've been preaching from day one. You out here talking opinion without any facts. I'm giving you substance. I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you things that's true. I'm calling out the contradictions that you've been saying. You contradicted yourself 10 times in this segment alone.
You didn't read this or whatnot.
I did read it. I reported on it, and I interviewed Andrade on it. I interviewed Andrade when it comes to the subject on Dante Boxing Nation when it was.
And then what did he say?
Exactly what I've been telling you, but you over here trying to force your opinion. Don't force your opinion when I'm giving you facts.
You saying that Andrade was just like, I'm not going to fight Charlo.
He said, I'm not willing to go to Showtime to fight Charlo because obviously that's his network, and I don't want to basically get robbed. So I'm saying, Charlo, didn't you say Charlo is the biggest star at 160 than Andrade? According to you. You said that on the last show. So why would he go to the zone?
This was... What you kind of conflating this?
Nah, you confused, man.
The topic.
My man lost in the sauce, but it's all right. But I'm just showing you, if you're gonna, I could make any excuse for any fighter in the world for ducking. They talking about this shit that fixed the way it looked. So I didn't even want to talk about it no more. Moving on to the next subject. That being said, appreciate it, Professor Nim. Obviously, we had a great show today. I had Professor Nim screaming, hollering, and nobody still could hear him because obviously I'm speaking the truth, you know, being calm and collective. And when I'm striking, I got to strike hard. Hey, Professor Nim, show him that shit real quick one time, though. Hey, you know what? That's all the haters is that middle finger from a pretty female. So that being said, Professor Nim, obviously me and him disagree when it comes to the Canelo, Lomachenko, all that. But at the end of the day, I took him to the AkHi University. He is my student. Even though he a real-life professor. Hey, I'm not a hater. I'm a truth seeker. You know, call me the truth seeker. You know,
if y'all think that fight was fixed or whatnot, if y'all want to give Canelo credit. I mean, He beat somebody who was shop worn. He did what he was supposed to do, even though I thought that Kovalev had it in him to do it.
I could care less about the fixed part. I'm talking about him ducking Charlo and Morales, Barrera, Chavez, all these guys, the legend that we look up to, saying this and that, like they want to see the fight, and you over here trying to justify Canelo for ducking, trying to make up excuses. Like, at the end of the day, quit speaking for Canelo, Professor Nim. You ain't Canelo. You ain't finna fight for Canelo. So unless you Canelo,
you
can
speaking
speak
for
like
Charlo.
that.
You speaking for Charlo.
Charlo, hey, I don't got to speak for Charlo. The Lion's speaking for himself. He said, I'm willing to fight Canelo in Mexico City. He said, I'm willing to fight Jacob in New York City.
Guess what?
Hey, New York all
Get
day.
in
Brooklyn,
line.
shout out. We already
Everybody
know what
wants
time
to fight Canelo. Just because you want to fight him doesn't mean that you know why people want to fight Canelo? Because Kovalev just got $14 million or whatnot. They want that bag or whatnot.
Hey.
Of course you going to.
Maybe he
fight
got
somebody,
that,
Charlo. Fight somebody in the top 5.
Maybe it was that, fixed. But at the same time, you keep saying this and that. But the line right here, my man done called out not just Canelo, Gennady Golovkin, who turned down the fight, Jacob, who turned down the fight, all these guys.
Andrade.
He wants all the smoke. He even called out Andrade.
No, he did.
He willing to fight him on Showtime. He ain't willing to go to the zone. That being said, Floyd Mayweather done beat up every Mexican great fighter from the Mexico City on their own independent day. And Canelo claimed he's going to take that throne for Floyd, and he won't fight one brother on his Mexican day just as a payback. Like, yeah, Floyd, remember when you was beating up our people, making us feel bad and shit? I'm going to do the same shit. On our Mexican day, on our Mexican holiday, I'm finna beat up all your people. And Andrade and Charlo looking, waiting, like, man, hey, Canelo's supposed to be showing up. He was a no-show.
I know, like, why
know
don't we fight each other, and then we can say we fought somebody in the top 5, and then maybe we can get a fight with Canelo.
Maybe because they're on 2 different networks, and DAZN and Showtime only make fight happen when it's a big fight. How about that? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about them, and if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual fans. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. And when we go live, we're gonna put Professor Nim in the hot seat because all the female boxers. I don't like how Professor Nim put it right there. Oh, I ain't for that. Look, get your money how you can, boo-boo. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, boo-boo, to get your money. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is that I ain't trying to see y'all get hurt. So if y'all going to make that money without being hurt, I'm all for it. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Professor Nim. Obviously, every person need a dancing partner. I got my dancing partner. And the only thing, he ain't dancing with me. He like a baby trying to crawl and shit. And I knocked his ass out, man. I done knocked him out too early, though. But appreciate it, Professor Nim. And, we out here.
How long did that go?